but then when you hear the ingredients, you're like, wait a second, that might be better than some of the anti-aging products I have on my vanity right now. What you're bringing home is a 2-ounce priming moisturizer that on Eve's website would be $42. We've got it for $11 less. There's no auto delivery. It's hard to get Eve here sometimes with her schedule, so if you love it and want to pick up more than one, definitely do so as well. This is going to be an opportunity where you think about priming, you think about moisturizing, and you think about a treatment all in one. Because I imagine, Eve, when you created this, you had a lot of clientele that probably demanded a lot of you, but then gave you probably 30 seconds to do something with that.
Oh, absolutely. Working on live makes you do things faster. So everything I develop, everything I create is with purpose.
Yeah.
To make things faster, easier, long-lasting, and really be the most efficient. Because we're efficient, so our products have to be efficient too.
Well, you have spent all of your 26 years, you know, because we were celebrating birthday today, in the makeup industry. I still feel like sometimes people push back and say, why do I need a primer?
Yeah, or they get scared because you think that a primer is going to clog your pores and it's going to lock in things that you don't want it to lock in. So let me explain what makes this primer so unique and why I created it. First off, you want to make sure that you have a primer. This is a primer, it's a moisturizer, and it's a skin treatment. And what makes this so unique is, you know, what is the role and what is the job of a primer? A primer's job is to soften up and smooth out your skin. So everything that you put on goes on nice and smooth. It's a moisturizer. A moisturizer's role is to hydrate your skin so you don't have like splotchy, blotchy areas. And then the treatment is to help make your skin overall better. The reason I created this and the ingredients that we have in here is, I'm gonna give you some of the ingredients that we have as I put this on our beautiful Mary. And a tiny little drop, little dot, like a pea-sized dot, is all you need. And when you're applying this, the reason that this is so amazing is it's got vitamin E, it's got your vitamin B, it's got shea butter. Now that's of course a regular good moisturizer, but we added our key anti-aging ingredient called astaxanthin. And if you've not heard of astaxanthin, that is that red algae from the sea, that like super...
Red algae?
Yes.
That sounds like fancy algae.
It is like red gold, as a liquid gold they call it. It is the strongest antioxidant. It is a super powerhouse. And what this does is it not only softens your skin and like soothes your skin, it is also gonna has this pH barrier that locks in this moisture. It locks in all the goodness, and at the same time it makes your skin smooth. So there's no oil. We actually use coconut extract. So there's no coconut oil because we're all about, you know, coconut oil, but in some things we don't want to have oil. So the first thing that goes on your face, and I'll even get this on your fingers, Mary, you can't have too much of this. You want to put this on, and by the way, if you have sensitive skin, if you have irritated skin, it's so important to make sure that you have something on there that has a chamomile, which is going to be soothing. There's allantoin in here, which is, it's an anti-irritant, so it's going to help calm and soothe your skin. And when it dries nice and matte, that also creates this beautiful barrier. It gives you like almost like a filter. So you're walking around with a filter finish. Now, we're going back to the whole beginning on why do we make this a primer. The fact that it's gonna soften your skin, it's gonna make your skin nice and smooth. So if you have patches, if you have blotches, and makeup doesn't stay on nicely, you can see your pores, you could see your wrinkles. That means your skin is asking for hydration. Now, I'm also gonna show you another way.
Let me just remind you, 2 ounces of this, which is the size that you're getting on Eve's website, is $41. We have it for $11 less. There's no auto delivery. This is the first and foremost step to building the face. And what it's so interesting about the anti-aging ingredient story that you were talking about, I can't pronounce it. I'm a redneck from Georgia. I'll let you say that word. You probably, with a lot of different skin types that you've worked with, you have to treat the skin before you can start the coverage. And you've got to make sure everybody's net neutral. Like, you all have to start with a beautiful canvas. And when I noticed even putting this on my hand, first of all, it's the texture that's so smooth. But then what's really nice about it is it's not greasy, so you don't feel like if you're gonna layer it on with your foundation, which we have coming up, that it's going to break apart the primer.
Exactly. And if you look over here, this coloring is strictly
Now, why do you put it on
ingredient.
with a brush as opposed to fingertips? Does it matter?
You know, lately I've been putting it on with our micro silk fibered brushes, and this Even our brushes are with purpose. Because the brush is so dense, you're basically not wasting any product.
Okay.
And if you're putting it on the brush, if you even come close to Mary's skin, I want you to see, you really can't put too much product. If you have wrinkles, if you have got fine lines, if you've got large pores, putting it on with a brush, going back and forth, it's basically locking everything in and giving you this incredible barrier without clogging your pores. If you look at Mary's skin, it's just given her this gorgeous haze. There's nothing on her face.
No.
It's just this
It's just like a filtered glow. That if you want to put on foundation or SPF, it's your choice. But again, you're getting us back to that net neutral complexion. To as a woman, when you wake up every day and you're like, what happened? I ate carrots all day yesterday. I don't get it. Well, that's why Eve is here, and that's why she's created this primer. I do want to ask you, in the ritual that is your skincare regimen in the morning, can you put on your serum and then your intensive moisturizer and then this, or do you forego the moisturizer step?
You know, you can forego everything if you wanted to. This would be your moisturizer, it would be your treatment, it would be your primer. But if you want to put on anything else that makes you feel good in the morning, put this on afterwards, because that pH barrier is going to help lock everything in. And as long as the last thing you put on and you smooth it out, whether it's with your fingers or with a brush, if you notice Mary's skin, it basically has locked all the moisture in. There's like nothing shiny, nothing oily. That's the important part. You can't have the oiliness and the shininess, because the makeup, you know, if you're gonna go with that makeup, it's gonna be terrific. But if you want your makeup to last longer, to use less of it, to have it go on smooth, this primer is going to ensure that from happening.
Well, I mean, Eve, whether it's ourselves or you putting on the makeup for us, we don't put it on for it to wear away at noon.
No, we want it all day.
We're like all day and then into date night, because it should look that good. We get a date night out of it. 2 ounces, $41 on Eve's website. We have it for $31. No auto delivery. You can visit QVC.com to place your order. You can shop on our apps or give us a call at 1-800-345-1515. That item number is a 266416. We continue on with building our face. Our foundation is up next, but I call this the blush trifecta. Have you ever seen that editorial in that magazine where you're like, gosh, her apple cheeks are neither too pink, too cherry, too peachy. It's just perfection. It's this melange of color that looks like somebody's been genetically gifted when it comes to the color of their cheeks. Well, that's what Eve created when she brought us this blush trio palette. We've got 3 different colorways, which she's gonna give her suggestions based on skin tone, which one's gonna be for you. $31, including the brush. And I just want you guys to know right off the bat, I cornered Eve in her dressing room and I said, look, Eve, I want to get on the nice list. Like, I want to get on the nice list for Christmas, the holidays. If you could just give me like 5 or 6 brushes in a set, she said that she would work on it.
Yes, you know what? Your wish is my command, my lady. You know what? It's my birthday, but I'm